Today, we expose the blatant hypocrisy that is unfolding on a global stage, and it has everything to do with Pakistan, Donald Trump, and Russia-Ukraine war. Donald Trump, who has been going ballistic over India's oil imports from Russia, calling it sponsorship of the Ukraine war, is conveniently silent on something far more alarming. Pakistanis fighting on the front lines for Russia. Yes, you heard that right. Even as Donald Trump points fingers at India, accusing New Delhi of indirectly funding Moscow's war machine, Pakistani mercenaries have reportedly picked up arms for Russia, fighting Ukrainian forces in Kharkiv. The revelation comes not from a speculative report, but from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky himself. Zelensky said, and I quote, "Our warriors are reporting the participation of mercenaries from China, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, and African countries in the war." Now, this is explosive. This is not a trade deal, not oil barrels moving across continents. This is boots on the ground, allegedly killing Ukrainians, Pakistani boots in Russian uniform or under Russian command. And Donald Trump says nothing. The same Donald Trump who slammed India for buying discounted Russian oil that India says helps keep inflation down in a developing economy, is now making trade deals with Pakistan, a country whose nationals are being accused of physically fighting for the Russians in this war. So what is this if not hypocrisy? Donald Trump calls India a sponsor of war for economic trade, but what about Pakistan, whose alleged direct military involvement is now being exposed? Shouldn't that warrant stronger condemnation? Or does Trump have a different opinion when it comes to Islamabad? Let's decode what is really going on here first. Pakistan and Russia, once on opposing ends, are now moving closer. The Pakistani steel mills, once a Soviet gift, is now being modernized with Russian help. Despite its Cold War alliances with the West, Pakistan is now cozying up to Russia, holding on to China, and keeping its back door to Washington wide open. And amidst this strategic shift, Pakistani fighters, mercenaries, as Zelensky claims, are on the battlefield in Ukraine, on Russia's side. But the United States narrative, especially Donald Trump's, seems to have turned a blind eye to this. Trump is on a mission to frame India as the villain in this war, all because of oil. But is buying oil from Russia a legal sovereign decision worse than Pakistan sending fighters to support Russian troops? India has only bought oil. But what about Pakistan? Pakistan, as expected, has denied any such involvement. But let's be honest, a country with a long history of strategic duplicity, of hosting terror camps while claiming innocence, cannot be taken at face value here. This is the same Pakistan that played both sides during the US war on terror, the same Pakistan that allegedly harbored Osama bin Laden. And now, once again, Pakistan seems to be walking both sides of the street, playing the US for aid, siding with China for military, and now maybe backing Russia in war zone. So here's the big question Donald Trump must answer. If buying oil is funding war, what is fighting a war on the ground? If India deserves criticism for energy deals, why is Pakistan getting a free pass for alleged military involvement? Donald Trump owes the world and India especially some answers here, because you cannot call out one country for trade while ignoring another's bullets.